Hey there, welcome back to Data Monk. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in SQL, that is joins. We will understand what are joins, what is the need for joins, how many types of joins are there in SQL, and many more things. Alright, so let's get started. Now, what are joins basically? As the name suggests, it is joining of tables. It is combining of records from two or more tables according to the requirement. So this is basically the syntax this is basically the common syntax, I would say, for joining tables. So with the first line we have select column names. Whatever column names that you want to display in the resultant table, you can mention them here. Then you'll choose from which table are we doing that, from which table are we choosing the names. So you'll mention from name of the table, that is our table 1. Then you'll mention the join type. There are various kinds of join in SQL, like inner join, outer join, left after outer join, cross join. A lot of them will get to them one by one. So type of join, then you'll use the keyword joined and the table 2 that you're joining with. So from table 1, then you'll join table 2, and then we have a very important keyword, that is on. So this is basically asking you to mention the common grounds on which you are joining two tables. So you'll mention the common column from table 1 dot the name of that common column is equal to table 2 dot the name of that other common column from that table. All right. It could sound a bit confusing right now, but let's just move ahead and try to understand with the help of definitions and examples, because this is like seriously very simple. So you'll be able to get it once we jump onto the examples. All right. Before moving on to example, I want to show you what are the type of joins that we have. So we'll try to understand them with help of a few of the Venn diagrams. All right. So there are three types of join. In a broader category, if we divide, there are three types of joins. So first is inner join. You can also call it as join. So it's like the synonym. Join and inner join is the same thing. Next we have outer join. In outer join we have three categories, that is left after outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. And then the last one we have as cross join or Cartesian join. Alright. So let us first understand them with some basic definitions. Let's see if we are able to understand a bit from that. After that we'll jump on to the examples. So first we have our inner join. A new table is created. In inner join, what happens is a new table is created with matching records from both the tables. So we need to have exactly same attributes from both the tables, both attributes as well as the records from both the tables to do a inner join. So we will only get matching records in the resultant table. So for example, if we have table A, we have table B, when we are doing an inner join, we are going to get this part, that is the common the common records from both the tables, right? Moving ahead, we have outer join. Now, as I mentioned, there are three types of outer join that we have. First is outer join. All right, so as the name suggests, it will fetch me matching records from both the tables plus non-matching records from left table. So if there are some null values in your left table, that is the first table that we are talking about. So if there are some non-matching values in the left table, it is also going to fetch me that along with matching records from both the tables. So if you consider this diagram, we have table A and we have table B. The left outer join will fetch me this common matching records as well as the non-matching records from the left table, that is the first table. Okay, moving ahead, similarly we have right join. It is going to fetch me records from both the tables, matching records from both the tables, plus non-matching records from the right table, that is our table 2. So if you see this diagram, we have table A, table B. This is the matching records, the common records from both the tables, so it is going to fetch me that, along with the non-matching records from the other table, the right table basically. You can call it as table 2 as well. And then you must have guessed it by now, we have full outer join. It is going to fetch me all the rows from both the tables, even including the null values. Okay, it is going to fetch me everything from both the tables. It doesn't matter if table A has null values, it doesn't matter if table B has null values, so it is going to fetch me all of that. Remember, in inner join, which I mentioned before, that join will not fetch me any null values. Okay, I'll show you that when we move ahead to the examples. Next, the last join that I want to talk about is cross join. So cross join, also known as Cartesian join, it combines each row of first table with each row from second table. And the syntax for this join is a bit different. We don't use the on clause here. So it is not required because we are not mentioning any condition or any common grounds. We are just multiplying both the tables. So for example, if my table A has say 5 tuples and then my table B has also has 5 tuples, so when I use the cross join, it is going to fetch me 5 into 5, that is 25 tuples, without considering any common base, or that is why we are not using the on clause here. Alright, so this was like a basic definition for all the joins that we are going to study about. So now let us try to understand all of this with the help of an example. Okay, so let's just get started with that. So consider I have two tables. So I have already created two tables for you. First is employee details and next is employee salaries, and I have already populated them with some test data. Alright, so let me just first show you how our table looks, how our raw data looks. So I'm going to fetch all the values from the table using the asterisk sign, and first I'm going to display the employee details table. Okay, let us see how does that look. So this is our employee details table. It has employer ID, it has full name, it has positions, and it has the city name. And if you notice, in the employer ID we have two null values. We have two interns working in the team and they haven't been, appointed or employer ID yet. So the values are null here. Okay, remember this. After that, I'm going to show you how our employer salary tables look. So I'm just going to select that for you. I'm showing you both the tables so I can show you when we are joining the table what are the changes that are made in the table. Okay, so this is our employer salaries table. This is our salaries table. We have employer ID, we have a project, the name of the project on which they are working, and we have the salaries. Okay, here also there are two null values for employer ID because, as I mentioned, the interns haven't got employer ID yet. Alright, so both the tables are having 7 columns each. So now let us first understand inner join. Okay, we are going to understand inner join first. If you remember, our syntax was select. We are going to select the column names now. So consider that I want a table which can show me employer ID, full name, position, and the salary. Okay, I want to see the salary of those employees. I need the name, employer ID, position, and salary. So we have 3 columns from the first table and 1 column from another table. So that means we need to join both these tables because we require columns from 2 different tables. So how we are going to do that? How we are going to do that, we are going to display all these columns. So in the select, after select, I'm going to write uh, employer ID. What else do I need? Full name, Then what else I need? Position. And then what I need is salary. Alright, now here I want you to be very careful to avoid any confusion. Because we are going to join two tables, it's better that you mention the name of the table from which you are picking up the column. So employer ID we are picking up from our employee details column, right? So I'm just going to write employee details and dot. Alright, so I'm picking up this employer ID column from the employer details column, right? For similarly for full name, I'm picking it from employer details column, and similarly for position. But salary, we are picking it from employer salaries column, right? Salary column is not there in employer details column, so I'm writing the employer salaries. This is just to avoid confusion, because we don't know, there could be many attributes and given both the tables. So I'm just trying to be clear here which table, from which table we are picking up which attribute. So I've selected the rows that I want to display, that is employer ID, full name, employer position and salary. Now I'll select from, I need to write the name of table 1. So employee details, right? Okay. Then I'm going to mention my join type. First we are doing an inner join. Okay. I can write inner join or I can write just join, that means the same thing. So I'll write inner join. Name of the second table, that is a table 2, which is employee salaries. Now we are going to select the common ground. So what is the common attribute in both the tables? It is very clear, that is employer ID, right? This is common in both the tables, so I can choose this as my common column here. So I'll write on, we write name of the table, we are selecting the attribute from employee details dot employer ID is equal to employee salaries dot emp id. Alright, because you are selecting emp id from both the tables, employer details as well as employer salaries. Okay, now let us try running this. We are going to understand how inner join works. So I'm just going to run this for you. Alright, so see the table that we have got. We have got 5 columns here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But we had 7 columns, right? We had 7 columns here, we had 7 columns here. In inner join, why have we got 5 columns only? The answer is very easy. That is, whenever we are doing inner join, it doesn't pick up null values. So as you see, the employer ID is null here. These two columns, these two tuples are having null value. Whenever you are going to do an inner join, it is not going to fetch you the null values. It is just going to show you the common matching records from both the tables. So it was able to match only 5 records from both the tables, and that is what it has displayed. And if you see now, I have my resultant table, my required table, that is employer ID with full name, position and the salary. This is from the second table that we chose. So this was our inner join concept. Moving on, we are going to talk about outer join. So outer join, we are first going to talk about left outer join. You can write left join or left outer join, that means the same thing. So what was left join? Let me remind you, it is going to fetch you matching values plus non-matching values from the left table. What is our left table? The first table that we have, employer details table. So let us try running this. So if you see, now we have 7 columns here. Why? Because it has also fetched me non-matching values from our first table. If you see, we have Atif and Rahul from the first table, which has null values. In inner join, we were not able to see these null values, but when we are doing left join, we are able to see null values from the left table also, but not from the right table. If you see, just the left table I'm talking about here. So I've got all the null values also from the left table. So this was left join. Okay, now I'll be just changing the join types in this particular query, so I'm able to show you what are the actual differences between the joins. I hope you are able to understand it. Next we are going to talk about right outer join. As I said, you can write right outer join or right join, means the same thing. So I'm going to do right join. Now let us just recall, it is going to fetch us matching values from both the tables as well as non-matching values from the right table. So if you see from right table, uh, these two null values doesn't have any matching record from the above table, right? These are non-matching values. So it should particularly fetch me these values also. Let us see. Let us run this. Yeah, and if you see now, I have got two rows. I have got the matching records from both the tables. Then I have got non-matching records from right table. Now in the right table, if you see, we had employer ID, that was null, and then we had project, and then we had the salary. Project we are not displaying, so it is obviously going to show me null. And we don't have values for full name and position here, that is why it is showing me null, null, and just the salary which we have, right? So this is the right outer join, getting us matching values from both the tables and null values or non-matching values, you can say, from the right table. Now we have full join. You must have guessed it, what is going to happen next. So we are going to try full join here. Also I would just like to give you an advice here. This full join, it doesn't work in MySQL. So I was trying this earlier on MySQL, and I was facing a lot of problem because it was showing me an error. So I don't want you to get stuck there. So full join doesn't work in MySQL. You can use some other SQL server like Postgres or anything else. I don't want you to go through the same, I was getting errors and errors again and again. So just remember that. Then we are going to do full join. What is it going to do? It is going to fetch me matching records plus non-matching records from both the tables. So I should get null values from this table also, from this table also. That is what should happen according to me. Now let us just run this and see what exactly happens. Yes, so I have got four null values here, if you see. Two from the left table, two from the right table, and it has filled the data according to what we had. So it has got me both the tables combined. This is our full join. Alright, it doesn't matter how many null value it has, it is going to fetch me all the matching plus non-matching records from both the tables. Okay. Now we are going to talk about our last join, okay? That is our cross join or Cartesian join, right? So what we are going to do is, I am just going to write cross, sorry, I'm just going to write cross join. And if you remember, I mentioned for cross join we do not need this on clause. We don't require this on clause for cross join because it is not going to work on any particular condition. It is simply going to fetch me records from both the tables. So it is just going to multiply number of rows from one table to number of rows from other table. So if you see, we have seven records from table 1 and 7 from table 2. So what is cross join is going to do? It is going to give me a Cartesian product. It is going to give me, it should give me 7 into 7, that is, it should give me 49 tuples, right? 7 into 7, that is 49. So let us try running this and see what we get. Yeah, so if you see, we have got each record and it has just multiplied rows from table 1 into rows from table 2, and it has fetched me the values. It has got me 49 values. Alright, so this is our cross join. I hope all these joins are clear to you. I tried explaining them to you with help of basic definitions as well as this real-time example. You can take any two tables and try doing it on your own, and trust me, you'll be able to get a much better understanding. Uh, So that's it for the video. I hope you were able to understand the concept of joins and the type of joins. Looking forward, keep joining us in our upcoming videos. See you and all the best for your preparations.